In this video, I will be going to talk about VectorStoreRetriever. So what is VectorStoreRetriever? It's a function that takes user query and converts the query into embeddings and searches a vector store or vector database for most similar vectors and returns the most relevant documents. So you will be thinking that it is exactly same which we did in similarity search in embeddings. You remember I showed you VectorDB dot similarity search, and inside this I pass the query and k value is 2. So this kind of thing I did, and first step was this query was converted into embedding. So here also the query, the question which I am interested in is converted into embedding. And number two, I got the relevant documents from the vector store, which are most similar vectors in the vector store. So you see I got the similar vector, which is the relevant result. So this is the same thing which this vector store retriever is doing. So this is what I have written also in the same way. Similarity search function in embeddings and this retriever both use the same algorithm, both use the same similarity algorithm behind the scenes. So what is the difference? The difference is that similarity search is not a runnable and retriever is a runnable. That's it. So because retriever is a runnable, it can be plugged into chains. So let me show you this practically how it works. So I go to Visual Studio Code, and if you remember, this is the code where I have 5 resumes in the form of documents. Then I created the list of documents. Then all these documents I converted into embeddings using the Chroma database. I am copying the full code, and you see I have created a new file which is VectorStoreRetriever.py, and here I am pasting the whole code. So I am importing this Chroma class, OpenAI embeddings, load.env function and the document class. So this document class is used to build all these documents, and this is the OpenAI embedding model which I am using. Also I need the OpenAI key which will be loaded by this .env function. Then after this, you see I have created the list of documents. Till this point it is fine, but this time I am not creating this Chroma class and adding the documents. I am using it differently. So instead of these two commands, I am using a single command to perform these two tasks. So this time I will use a function inside a Chroma class which is from documents. In this, you see, it is asking me the list of documents. So here I will just pass the documents. So my document is list of docs, which is here. So I just choose that. Then you see it is asking me the embedding. So I will use this embedding, and embedding I am using is this. So I am using this embeddings object which is using this model text embedding 3 small. So I choose the embeddings model, that's fine. Then I can also use the collection name. So collection name, I told you it's like a table. So you can give any name here for the collection, like my collection. Let me correct the spellings of it. And if you want to make it persistent to the hard disk, then you have to give persist directory option, but I'm not giving it. I will keep it in memory. So that's fine. So the object is created and I will call it as VectorDB object. If you remember, in the Chroma class, I gave the collection name embedding function, and after that persist directory. And in the add document, I added the list of documents. But all the steps I have done in a single function. So in the previous case, I used 2 steps, but this is the shortcut step. Here if you want you can give persist directory also. So that's fine. So I don't need these two commands. Instead I am using a single command. Now I am just removing this, and this time I will be going to make a retriever. Last time you remember I did VectorDB dot similarity search, but this time I will not do like that. What I will do, I will make a retriever. So for the command is as retriever function. Now you use this as retriever function, and there is an argument which you have to use is search underscore keyword arguments, that is equal to, and you have to open a dictionary, and in dictionary you have to give k colon 2, like you want two matching results for your query, and that will be my retriever object. Now you see, I told you this is a runnable, and in runnable invoke function is used. So I will write retriever dot invoke, and I will be going to pass my query. So my query is same query which I used in the previous 27 embedding 3 py. So this is the same query I am using, that I am interested in hiring cloud engineer with AWS and Kubernetes skills. So this is the same query I paste, and I will be going to capture its result. So it will be going to return me list of documents, and what I will do, I will be going to print that result. So let me save this and run the command. These are the two list of documents. This is the first document and this is the second document, and here you see this is the AWS engineer. This guy having the experience in cloud, AWS, Kubernetes, and the name of the person is Charlie, and another name is Ethan, and he also have experience in AWS Kubernetes. So this guy Ethan, same experience AWS Kubernetes, and there is Charlie and same experience. So the code is working perfectly, and it has given me the same result which Similarity Search had given me. If I run this code where I did the Similarity Search, and if I run this code, so you see it has given me Charlie and Ethan. These are the exactly same result which Similarity Search has given, and this is the exact same result which Retriever has given. So both are using the same algorithm behind the scene. Just the difference is that it is a runnable and I can use the invoke function and I am passing my query. So this query first will be converted into embedding, and then it will be going to do the similarity search in the vector database and give you the relevant documents which are related to this query. Now instead of printing the result, I am using enumerate function. But before showing you this function, let me run this command again. So here I got this list of document. This is document number 1 and this is document number 2. So when I will use enumerate, then what will happen? I will give indexes to the list. Suppose these are the two items in the list, item A and item B in the list. So what it will do, it will give indexing like 0 and 1 to it. And using the for loop, I can use this indexing. So here, if you notice, this is the document 1. So it will be given index number 0. And this is document 2 in the list. So it will be given index 1. So what I will do, I will not print the result. Instead, I will use a for loop and I will use I comma doc in enumerate, and I will be going to pass the result. So what will happen? 0 will be assigned to this I, and the first document will be assigned to this doc variable. Second time, 1 will be assigned to I and the whole document will be assigned to this doc variable. So it will be like this. Now what I will do here, I will be going to print the result. So first what I will do, I will write print result colon, and here I will do I plus 1. So that's fine. And after that I will be going to print some dashes like that. Then after that I will be going to print doc.page contents. So for this document, what is the page content? This is the page content. This I will be going to print, and I will also print the metadata information. So I will say doc.metadata. So you see, this is the metadata information which will also be printed. Then this loop will work second time, and for the second document, the metadata and page content will be printed. So the result will be now better. So if I execute it now, so here first I'm getting result 1, and then this is the page content and this is the metadata information. Then I'm getting result 2, and this is the page content and this is the metadata information. So that's it about vector store retriever.